For several years, Turlock Police Chaplaincy has been faithfully serving the Turlock Police Department, Turlock Fire, and Stanislaus State Police. It's been through these opportunities that we have realized more and more the need in our community for children to be supported and to be given tools to help in times when crises come. This character coach idea was launched around 5 years ago when we began to communicate the need we felt drawn to meet in our city. Turlock Unified School District saw the value in this need we had identified and soon after entered into a memorandum of understanding with Turlock Chaplaincy, allowing us to begin this journey of having trusted adults in place to assist with critical incidents affecting students. One of Turlock Chaplaincy's core values is to have community relationships with organizations whose work overlaps into the gap that we're looking to fill. One of these organizations has been Jessica's House. We have found them to be a steady partner in dealing with the needs of our school sites. Just earlier this year, Turlock High School was bombarded with tragedy as they lost 3 students within the span of just over a month. Together with Jessica's House, we were able to come in and assist the administration in giving proper death notifications to the fellow students who had not been notified of their schoolmate's death. Here to expand on this unique relationship is Brad Quillen, Director of Chaplaincy and Education of Jessica's House.
There's a piece of Turlock Chaplaincy and Jessica's House that our community doesn't remember until they need our services. That's one of those things that we're able to walk beside different organizations and help them bring grace and compassion into some of those harder moments. Like at Turlock High this year, the chaplains of the police department and Jessica's House, we were able to help do death notifications in classrooms for those kids that had not heard the news of their their fellow student that had died. And so we're able to walk in, give grace and compassion in those moments and be able to help assist businesses, schools, organizations in those hard moments. It's not one of those things that people realize but are in their community, but are sure blessed and grateful when they have to do those things, that the chaplains are available for their service. Yeah, Turlock Chaplaincy and Jessica's House work together. We like to refer to it as kind of a warm handoff. A lot of times Turlock Chaplaincy will be the first boots on the ground and the first person to make contact when there's been a death in a home in Turlock. A lot of times we will be called in from the chaplains and sometimes introduced to the family, sometimes our info is just passed on to the family, but there's been times where we've come together and collaboratively worked together to meet a family to where Turlock Chaplaincy can pass that family off to Jessica's House, where we can do ongoing support for that family after there's been a death that involves kids in the house or kids that need ongoing support, where we can work together to come support families and the community members of our area.
A few years back, we were asked if we would take our character coach program to Hilmar Unified School District. It's with great pleasure that I would love to give you an update on the great work that's happening in Hilmar with the character coach program. One of the most exciting things about the character coach program here in Hilmar is that these volunteers have really jumped in and made this program their own. They've sought and looked for the needs that are in this school district and have jumped right in and met those needs, be it by joining a reading group or just being available during different school events. But we're very excited to see how this program continues to develop here in Hilmar. We see other community people come and join and partner with this program to help meet the needs of the students here at Hilmar Unified School District. Lastly, I'd like to share with you an interview that we did with one of our character coaches who is serving as a Treehouse Club leader. The Treehouse Club is a program that just manifested itself and has really found its place and has taken root in the schools. But I'll have Brett give you a little bit more information about the program.
Sutterly. I'm a retired teacher after 39 years in the Turlock Unified School District. Now I work as a university supervisor and instructor over at Cal State Stanislaus. I'm also involved with Young Life, and I also am involved with the chaplaincy. I'm on the board. In addition to that, on my heart is being a lead volunteer for Treehouse, and so that's what I'm doing here today. Well, Treehouse Club is a really wonderful opportunity for kids to have some time just to be celebrated for who they are. We take kids that are coming from all sorts of different types of fractured families, that maybe it's incarceration of a parent, or maybe it's a foster parent situation, or adoption, or divorce, or any number of things. Could be a parent overseas in the military, or it might even be an immigration issue. Kids come into school and have a lot of baggage that traditionally we haven't been able to meet their needs and meet them where they're at. And so Treehouse Club is just a really cool opportunity for volunteers to come on campus and provide services that encourage kids, bond with kids, support kids, make life just a little happier place, and also give them some coping skills so that as they encounter stressful situations, they're able to deal with it a little bit better. They're able to handle their emotions a little bit better and just support them in their classrooms. So Treehouse is just a great opportunity to come on our campuses and support our kids in Turlock. We have kids that come in the very first day of Treehouse and they're wondering what on earth's going on, and they settle in and we get them comfortable and check them in and kind of do some just warm-up exercises, and within a few minutes just hands started popping up about all the different situations that the kids were experiencing, honestly, openly talking about. It wasn't a fear, it wasn't a secret, it was just, hey, this is my life. I remember one of the girls saying, well, I was living with my grandmother until my cousin, who doesn't like her, came by with some needles and spread needles around the house, and then CPS came, and now I'm fostering in a foster situation, and my house and my world's completely changed. And it wasn't her fault, it wasn't her deal, but we're there to support her. So those are kind of kids that come into school and just have a lot of different events happening in their lives that, again, they had no control over. They didn't cause it, but they're dealing with it. And we just want to give them some tools to support them emotionally, support them with care, support them with methods that they can come to grips with some of the stresses that they're dealing with. So that's a cool thing that Treehouse offers. As a classroom teacher, I've had so many kids that have gone through tough times, whether it's a divorce, or I've had parents lose, or students lose their parents, or I've had kids that have lost their mom because of immigration coming along and taking them. And those are all circumstances that were beyond my, not necessarily my skill set, but beyond my classroom responsibilities, where I couldn't really meet their needs to that extent. And now that I'm retired, I have the time, and I have a heart for those kids. I have a heart for kids that have gone through tough times. Went through tough times myself growing up, coming from a divorce situation, and so it's always been something that I just see a need, and I'm able to now fulfill that need in a small way. Treehouse is strictly voluntary by parents or by guardians. So students are given opportunities through their teachers or through administration or through other people on campus who see a child that might possibly benefit from the Treehouse opportunities. They're given an application form to complete, and it's as simple as that. And so once they fill out the paperwork, then we have the opportunity to serve their kids on campus for about 6 weeks on the various campuses. We have programs that have different issues that we cover, and so really once the parents or guardians fill out the application form, they're in.
We at Turlock Chaplaincy are firmly convinced of why we do what we do. We just want to take time to thank you for your continued support as we further develop the how and the where of this mission. Thanks again for your support.